And I'm thinking about my life. I think all the time. Despite that speak very well, and I can study very well, and I can do a nice job, and I can talk to people very well.
Okay, so do you just go by Ray?
Yeah, this is my first name.
Okay, I have
And
Ray.
Ray's the middle name.
Ray's the middle name?
Okay. Married or single?
Yeah.
Single? It's just your instructions.
I was born in Sri Lanka. I was born with my Italy. 6 months old, they said they did my lips first, 8 years old. And there's something called like hope. The one is came to my country. They said it's going to do Sri Lankan doctors. And then my mom said, and she ate me home. Because she doesn't want to do like Sri Lankan doctors. Because you know how new technology they done my operation. It is good for my life.
He was born with a complete cleft lip and palate, and it sounds like he had a repair of that in Sri Lanka, of the lip at least, at a very early age. I believe that he had an attempt at further repair of the palate as well as the lip again, and the operation was a failure.
The suture thing?
This one?
Just go ah. Okay. Here. Excellent. Okay, great. All right.
In North America, when we look after this kind of person, we look after them with surgery fairly early, about say the age of a year of age, and then they have speech pathology and various other kinds of things. And unfortunately, Ray wasn't able to have that.
I'm going to just go over with you what I'm going to try to do for you. The most important thing is to give you some better speech. And I'm going to free up the tissues on the sides and move them across to the middle. And also take a bit of tissue from the back of your palate and move it to the or back of your throat rather, and put it into the back of your palate. And that's going to make the hole much smaller so that you'll be able to talk more normally. So after I fix your palate, the second thing I'm going to do is fix your lip, which really, for practical purposes, hasn't really been fixed at all. It's together, but it hasn't been rotated and made normal looking. So we're going to be able to make it look a lot better and function better too, in terms of the whistling and so on. And related to that, I'm also going to correct your nose. You've got sort of a collapse of this side of your nose, and this will be pulled up like this and made much more normal looking. Okay?
If I can speak in red, then I think I can be a good student. But if I know the question, if I say to teacher, so that she doesn't understand me, then when especially around the back of me, around students, they laughing. My father was very angry all the time, telling me to get out of my house. So why do I say to them, goodbye? If they don't want me, why do I need them? When I came to Canada, there was my friend, and she helped me. I can't understand very little, but I can speak. I use my my first one.
I heard what happened to him when he was living in Sri Lanka and everything. So I knew that I had to help him out. So then, because my brother was telling me that he wants a place to live, so then I decided to have him in my place right away because of his disability there. Even I couldn't understand, 4 years ago, even if when he was talking my own language. So I had to, get used to it little by little. And some people make fun of him, try to imitate, and I know that he's shy to go talk to other people too because of his disability.
I will like when this I learn automatic. Then I get a job. Then I work in a restaurant. Then I system is passed. The customers yes is the question. What's wrong with this?
He cannot talk to people like a lot of people. He wants to talk and they don't understand. Especially he doesn't like to face customers. He's kind of shy because at least he has to say the same word like at least 5-6 times.
Because I'm scared to go to work. One thing is they interview me. I don't know how it was for me. When I came to Canada, after 1 year, I went to school and same thing happened here also. Safely from the law firm. Here is head of the class. This is there is a speech therapy for Christian. I'm going to give an appointment.
Let's go back to the sounds by themselves, like good for you, that's great. Let's try pie.
Pie.
Good. And boat.
Boat.
Good. And when you put them in a sentence, it's much harder, isn't it? Like, how about, I want a piece of pie.
I want a piece of pie.
Good. How about car?
Car.
Okay, and let's put one on the end. I knew he must have a cleft palate from the way he sounded, and I was astounded at the extent of the cleft because it's a complete cleft right from the lip right through to the back of his mouth. So he has no hard palate, really. There's a big cleft there. A cleft palate like that is a terrible handicap because nobody realizes that you're handicapped. It's like deafness, you don't see it. But it's probably worse than having a lame leg or a hand that doesn't work. If you can't talk, it takes away part of your humanity.
Yes, sir. How much is this?
What do you say, please?
How much is magazine?
Oh, magazine, okay. 570. Okay, thank you.
Emotionally, he's never been able to express how he feels because nobody's going to understand him. And he must have been rejected over and over and over again by strangers and by those who know him. And even intellectually, because in school, for instance, if the teacher can't understand you, you give up. So why bother learning anything if you can't say it? Is against the top of my mouth. But it's hard for you. Let's try a couple of words with those. Let's try key. Good work. How about... After I'd worked with him for 2 or 3 months, and he did work very hard, there was really no change at all because he just doesn't have the apparatus to work with. So then I caught Dr. Sproule at a cocktail party because he had expressed an interest before, So I was at a Christmas party at another plastic surgeon's, and Dr. Sproule was there, and I said, well, how about it?
You're all nervous, I can tell. You're shivering, you're so nervous.